Hey guys, I'm Dave Chesson of Kindlepreneur, and today we're going to be tackling a question that many authors have, which is whether or not they should enroll their ebook into KDP Select and therefore get that into Kindle Unlimited or KU. KDP Select can be a great thing for your book if you know what you're doing and you do the right marketing tactics, but it could also really hinder you and even get you into trouble if you don't know what you're doing. So, in this video, I'm going to cover what KDP Select is and therefore Kindle Unlimited, some of the benefits that come to using it, and also some of the tactics you should use if you do choose to use it. And I'm also going to share a secret out there that I think a lot of authors really need to know in order to make that decision. Then finally, we'll get into some of the cons if you choose not to, and therefore some of the marketing efforts you should think about if you have to market on other markets other than Amazon. Now, if you already know these sorts of things and you want to just jump down to my recommendation on whether or not you should, I've got a really good rule of thumb, and we'll put a little timestamp for you to click so you can skip all that and get my recommendation. But before I get into that, if you'd like to see more videos like this and learn more about book marketing, or look over my shoulder as I do some of these practices, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as that little bell icon to the right so as to get a notification when my next video comes out. So with that, let's begin. All right, so first things first, what exactly is KDP Select and what does it mean? Well, if you agree to list your book in KDP Select, that means that you cannot sell your ebook on any other market, like Barnes & Noble, Kobo, and iTunes, and anything else. Furthermore, you can't give away your book for free, so like you can't post it on your website as a free upgrade or even sell it on your website. Now, this does not mean your physical book. This is only for your ebook, so just keep that in mind. All right, so in return for your loyalty, I guess, to Amazon, they instead give you a whole bunch of extra things that you can do. The first is your Kindle Countdown deals. With this, you can put your ebook's price at a much lower price, and then at a certain date, it will raise. Now, what's really cool is that when shoppers come to your book, they see that lower price and they know it's going to rise at another moment, and so that will hopefully convince them to buy right now while the price is cheaper. Now, you may be saying to yourself, yeah, but I'm getting less money because the price is cheaper, right? Well, during that Kindle Countdown deal where it's like 99 cents, you're not getting that super low royalty. You're still maintaining your 70% royalty. The second thing also is that Amazon sees the increase in sales, and this gives it a really good signal that your book is not only popular, but relevant. Those are two terms that I'm going to use a lot in this video. When that happens, Amazon shows your book more, and this will kind of help your organic sales after your deal is over. Another benefit to KDP Select is that you can set your book for a free promotion time period. During this time period, your book will be set to free, and you may be saying to yourself, wait, why would I want my book be free? Then I'm not making any money, right? Well, there's two benefits that can come from this. The first thing is that when you set it for free, you can do a large promotion. You can use free book promotion sites and push it through that. All of those downloads are seen by Amazon as sort of a level of relevancy and popularity. Again, that term's popping up again. And when this happens, again, when you are done with the free promotion, it will sort of tailor off, but that momentum will carry through when you actually have a priced book. A lot of authors will see prices or sales happen after the fact, and this is usually attributed to the whole free promotion and the built-up relevancy and popularity during its time period. Now, I will say that tactic was amazing 4 or 5 years ago. When you did that, like you would see huge sales afterwards. Not so much anymore, but yet it still is a great way to kind of pump some life back up into your book. So keep that in mind. Now, the second benefit to using the free promotion time is that anybody who uses it and downloads your book, they can leave a verified review. So say, for example, you've had people where you sent a copy of your book, like for an ARC review, right? Advanced review copy. Anybody who got it and they left a review, it'd be an unverified review. Well, let them know that your book's free at that time period. Now they can download it, and then it will turn their review into a verified review, which is really nice. Another benefit to enrolling in KDP Select is that you get better royalty rates in certain countries. And those countries are Brazil, Japan, Mexico, and India. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you guys aren't making a lot of sales in those countries. However, though, if you are, you're going to make more because you're enrolled in KDP Select. So just keep that in mind. Okay, and the final one is you can enroll your book in Kindle Unlimited. Now, Kindle Unlimited is a program where shoppers can enroll in it for a certain amount for the month, and they get to download a certain number of books for free that are in KU. Now, I know what you're thinking. How exactly do you make money if you're enrolled in KU? Well, the way that Amazon works is that they take the total pool of money and then they basically look at the total number of pages that were read in the entire program, and they calculate, shall we say, a number of cents per page. And it's something small. We should have like the past couple of months listed here. But as you can see though, those pages accumulate, and a lot of authors make most of their money from KU pages. So KU can actually be a really great way to get your book started. Now that we know what KDP Select is and KU, as well as some of the benefits that come with being in KDP Select, I want to focus on one that's a really important piece of information for every author to understand. And that is KU preferential treatment. Now, a lot of authors believe that if you're selected in KU, Amazon chooses your book more often and gives it more love. They give it preferential treatment. I do not think that this is something where Amazon has said in their system that KU books should get preferential treatment or show up more often in their store, but I do think it fits perfectly with their algorithm. First off, let's look at KU shoppers, okay? Those who are enrolled in the KU program, the shoppers, they're going to choose KU books over paid books. Why? Well, because KU books are free to them, right? They already paid, so they might as well choose a KU book and not a paid book where they would actually have to shell out $2.99 for that. So keeping this in mind, you can see that KU shoppers will choose KU books and not paid books. So how does this make KU preferential? Well, Amazon's search algorithm, okay, that's the thing that decides what books show up when somebody types something in, likes to choose books that convert. So imagine that if somebody types in how to write and shoppers continue to buy this book, guess who's going to rank at the top? But here's where KU plays in. When somebody goes and either purchases the book or downloads it because it's KU, Amazon sees it just the same. It's a conversion. So which one do you think converts better? A KU book or a non-KU book? Because let me tell you, when a KU shopper shows up, who's going to get picked? Probably the KU book. So you see, it's because of this that KU books show up more often and have, shall we say, inadvertent preferential treatment. So I think this is a huge thing that authors should think about when they're trying to decide if they should enroll in KDP Select or not. But is it the best reason? Well, we'll get to that. Okay, so now that we know some of the pros to KDP Select and some of the things you should do to get even more out of it, let's go ahead and look at some of the cons that come with it. The first thing is, because you're in KDP Select, your ebook cannot show up on other markets. Now, right now, as you can see, the market share really isn't that good. Amazon pretty much is dominant, and anybody who's sold in all the markets knows that most of their money is always in Amazon. However, though, I'm not so sure that's going to be the case in the future. You see, a lot of companies have really started to make some changes. iTunes has changed the way that they're selling books, as well as, oh my gosh, that program to let us self-publish is amazing compared to what it was a year ago. Furthermore, Kobo is now in a deal with Walmart, where they're selling books through Walmart. And Barnes & Noble, wow, have they made some changes. Plus, they're also really working to try to include more authors. I've actually been helping them and consulting on how they can do that. So I'm seeing these players make leaps and bounds to try to make it so that they gain more of that book sales share. And I think in the future, they're going to be more important than we think. Another negative is that because you can't sell wide, you're not going to be up for certain bestseller lists. One of them is the USA Today list, requires that you be on multiple markets. So if you're in KDP Select, it's going to be that much harder for you to rank because your ebook sales will not be a part of it. The third is you have access to less of a market. There are people out there who still to this day only buy Barnes & Noble books or buy iTunes books, and that's it. Because they have a Nook or they have their iPad and they're set, and you know what? If you're on KDP Select, you will never reach them and they will never have access to your books unless they decide to go to Amazon to purchase. So this could also hurt. Okay, so you may be saying to yourself, well, that sounds really good and I'd prefer to sell in other markets. But I've heard that a lot of people who do that don't see benefits. And that's usually the case. But here's the thing. The authors that are really successful selling on other markets, they're successful because they put marketing effort into those other markets. A lot of times authors will publish it on Barnes & Noble and Kobo and iTunes and then do nothing and then get discouraged because they don't see many sales. Well, if you did that on Amazon, you probably wouldn't see many sales either, right? So my recommendation to a lot of authors is that spend some time and try to get reviews for your Barnes & Noble and iTunes book. Spend some time and send emails out to your list and make sure you have links including Barnes & Noble and iTunes. And also, if you're doing Facebook ads, be sure to target Nook fans or Barnes & Noble fans, and then the other targeting you would use to find the right kind of reader for your book. When you do these things, you will start to see those market shares grow instead of just being super minuscule like they are for most authors. So really keep that in mind. All right, guys. So now's the time where I'm going to give you my recommendation on who should use KDP Select and who should not. Now, granted, most of the time I like to say it depends. However, in this case, I think this is a really good rule of thumb. And that is, if you write in fiction, I'd highly recommend you really think about using KU and therefore Kindle Select. However, though, if you're a nonfiction, I'd recommend probably not. You see, from market research, those shoppers who sign up for the Kindle Unlimited program are usually fiction readers. And I mean, we're talking like avid fiction readers, the kind that will burn through a couple of books a week. And for them, the KU program helps them save a lot of money. Now, when you think about this, most KU shoppers are not nonfiction. They're not hungry for the latest math book or the latest, history book. Most of the time, they're a big lover of some genre in fiction. Therefore, fiction books stand to be in the most competition with KU books and non-KU books. Because say, for example, I'm a huge lit RPG fan, and I'm scrolling and I see this book is non-KU and then this one is KU. Which one do you think I'm going to select? And therefore, if that keeps happening, guess which book moves all the way up to the top? So therefore, I think the necessity to be in KU is probably higher for fiction books than nonfiction. But again, it's a rule of thumb. So be sure to use that if you're stuck on whether or not you should or shouldn't choose to go KDP Select and therefore KU. All right, guys, with that, I'm Dave Chesson of Kindlepreneur, hoping to have helped on that big question, and may the book selling force be with you. Cheers.